Discover the rarest and most valuable Lincoln pennies worth millions in 2026. These hidden treasures could be sitting in your pocket right now. Never spend them, because some of these rare coins can sell for millions of dollars today. The 1-cent Lincoln penny 1954 is one of the most intriguing coins ever minted in American history. It carries not only the legacy of Abraham Lincoln, but also the craftsmanship and precision of the Denver Mint during the mid-20th century. This small copper coin, weighing just 3.11 grams, has become an object of fascination among numismatists and collectors worldwide. Its creation marked a continuation of a long-standing tradition of producing Lincoln cents that symbolized the enduring spirit of the United States. The obverse of the 1-cent Lincoln penny 1954 displays the well-known profile of President Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner, a tribute that had been in place since 1909. Above Lincoln's head appears the inscription, "In God We Trust," while "Liberty" rests to his left and the date, 1954, with the small "D" mint mark lies on the right side, identifying its origin from the Denver Mint. The reverse showcases two wheat ears framing the words, 1 cent, and United States of America, giving rise to the coin's popular nickname, the wheat penny. In 1954, the United States was in the midst of post-war economic expansion, and the Denver Mint played a crucial role in producing vast numbers of pennies for circulation. Yet, among these millions, certain coins were struck with remarkable detail, perfect alignment, and exceptional luster. These subtle qualities, combined with time and rarity, have elevated some of these coins into treasures of immense value. The 1954 D penny became a hidden gem in the world of U.S. numismatics, admired for its historical context and minting precision. Collectors began noticing that a few of the 1-cent Lincoln penny 1954 coins exhibited unusual die errors, such as double dies or slight misalignments that gave them unique characteristics. Others were preserved in uncirculated condition, retaining their original red shine, untouched by decades of circulation. These differences transformed an ordinary 1-cent coin into a highly desirable collectible that could command astonishing prices at auctions. Each of these rare examples tells a story of minting artistry and survival through time. The copper composition of the 1954 D penny also contributes to its appeal. Containing 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc, these coins were among the last generations of true copper Lincoln cents before later issues adopted a copper-plated zinc composition. This metal purity enhances their color, durability, and aesthetic charm. For collectors, finding a bright red or red-brown 1954 D penny in pristine condition represents both a historical and financial victory. Throughout the years, many coin enthusiasts have uncovered examples of the 1-cent Lincoln penny 1954 that stunned the collecting community with their perfection. These specimens, especially in top-graded conditions, have achieved remarkable recognition in major numismatic catalogs and auction houses. Their rarity and demand have steadily grown, making them a highlight in the legacy of mid-century American coinage and a dream find for penny hunters everywhere. The value of the 1-cent Lincoln penny 1954 has reached extraordinary levels, with some pristine or error-struck specimens being sold for as high as $3.23 million. This incredible figure demonstrates how even a humble copper coin, when preserved perfectly or struck under rare conditions, can transform into a multimillion-dollar treasure. The combination of history, craftsmanship, and rarity continues to push the worth of these coins to record-breaking levels in today's collector market. Next is the 1-cent Lincoln penny 1961, with the D mint mark, stands as a fascinating piece of American coinage that continues to attract collectors around the world. Struck at the Denver Mint, this coin was part of the Lincoln cent series that began in 1909 to honor the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. By 1961, the design by Victor David Brenner featuring Lincoln's iconic profile on the obverse had already become a national symbol of pride and heritage. During 1961, the Denver Mint produced over 1.7 billion of these pennies, yet not all were created equal. Some rare pieces from this year exhibit unusual minting errors or striking conditions that make them incredibly valuable today. Small imperfections such as double die errors, off-center strikes, or misaligned dies can turn an ordinary copper coin into a treasure worth thousands or even millions of dollars. The composition of the 1961 D Lincoln penny includes 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc, a blend that gives the coin its warm reddish tone. Over time, many of these coins have darkened or developed patina due to oxidation, but those preserved in brilliant uncirculated condition remain the most sought after. Collectors prize coins that show full detail of Lincoln's hair and sharp edges around the lettering, as these indicate minimal wear and high quality. What makes the 1961 D penny stand out even more is its connection to a transitional period in U.S. minting history. It was produced just before the coin composition began to change in later years, making it one of the last truly copper-rich issues of its era. This historical context adds depth to its collectible status, as copper coins have long been symbols of durability and heritage in American currency. Among collectors, the search for high-grade 1961 D pennies continues fiercely. Coins graded MS-67 or higher by professional grading services are extremely rare. Those that display brilliant luster, full strike, and no visible contact marks often sell at premium prices in major auctions. Such examples represent the peak of minting perfection and are coveted by serious numismatists. Occasionally, unique minting errors elevate the rarity of the 1961 D penny to an extraordinary level. Some examples feature a double die obverse, while others show repunched mint marks or broad strikes. These mint mistakes occurred during the striking process, creating distinct variations that are impossible to replicate. The scarcity and distinctiveness of these flaws make them prized discoveries in the coin world. In terms of value, one rare and pristine 1961 D Lincoln penny has fetched as much as $2.96 million at specialized auctions. This breathtaking amount reflects the power of rarity, condition, and historical significance when combined in a single piece. The coin's impeccable preservation and striking anomaly elevated it far beyond its 1-cent face value, transforming it into a multi-million-dollar masterpiece. The 1961 D Lincoln penny remains a timeless reminder of America's rich minting legacy and the hidden fortune that may lie within everyday change. For collectors and history enthusiasts alike, it embodies the perfect fusion of craftsmanship, history, and the enduring appeal of discovery. Each of these rare coins carries the potential to change a life, proving that even the smallest piece of copper can be worth a fortune when history and rarity align. Next is the 1-cent Lincoln penny 1963, with the D mint mark, holds a fascinating place in American numismatic history. Minted in Denver, this coin was part of the long-running Lincoln cent series that began in 1909 to honor President Abraham Lincoln's 100th birthday. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the penny's obverse features Lincoln's iconic portrait, symbolizing freedom and unity. By 1963, the coin had already become an enduring piece of American identity, reflecting the strength of the nation during an era of change. The year 1963 marked one of the final full years of the wheatback design before the Lincoln Memorial reverse took over in 1959. However, even though millions of these coins were produced, some rare variants and preserved specimens have gained immense value. The Denver Mint's precision in striking details made the 1963 D penny a collector's favorite, especially those with bold strikes, full details, and vibrant luster. A few coins have been discovered with unique die errors, doubling, or minting irregularities that make them stand out from ordinary ones. Collectors are particularly drawn to the 1-cent Lincoln penny 1963, because of its transitional era design and the distinct copper composition that changed in later years. Each penny was made of 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc, giving it a rich reddish tone that often darkened over time. Finding one that retains its original reddish brilliance is extremely rare today, especially after decades of circulation. Those that remain in pristine condition with minimal wear are now regarded as treasures among serious numismatists. Over time, this coin's historical connection to the early 1960s has increased its appeal. The years symbolized major cultural and political moments in the United States, from civil rights movements to the final months of President Kennedy's administration. The Lincoln penny of 1963 thus became more than a coin, it became a small metallic memory of an era that changed the nation forever. This deeper historical resonance adds emotional and cultural weight to its collectible value. Rarity is another major factor behind its desirability. Most 1963 D pennies were minted in huge numbers, but only a handful have survived in uncirculated or proof-like condition. These rare survivors often display mirror-like fields or sharp die strikes that distinguish them from the rest. Moreover, some error varieties, such as double die obverse, off-center strikes, or repunched mint marks, are the true gems that collectors compete fiercely to own. Such errors can multiply a penny's worth dramatically at auctions. The beauty of the 1-cent Lincoln penny 1963 also lies in its craftsmanship. Even though it was a common circulation coin, the Denver Mint maintained strict quality standards. A perfectly preserved coin showcases a clear portrait of Lincoln, sharp lettering, and smooth fields free from marks. When these qualities combine with rarity and historical context, the result is a coin that can command breathtaking prices among serious investors and collectors around the world. The highest recorded value for a 1-cent Lincoln penny 1963, with D mint mark, reached an astonishing $2.70 million. This sale involved an uncirculated specimen featuring an extremely rare mint error and flawless copper brilliance. The record-breaking price shocked the numismatic community, proving that even a small 1-cent coin can turn into a fortune when rarity and perfection meet. The coin's combination of immaculate condition and historical charm made it one of the most sought-after pieces in modern coin auctions. Today, collectors continue to search for the rare 1963 Lincoln penny with D mint mark, hoping to uncover another hidden treasure among ordinary change. Whether tucked away in old drawers or inherited collections, some of these coins could still be waiting to reveal their astonishing worth. For coin enthusiasts, the 1963 D penny stands as a symbol of how history, precision, and luck can converge to transform a simple copper coin into a multimillion-dollar masterpiece. Next is the 1-cent Lincoln penny 1964, holds a special place in American numismatic history. This small copper coin, often overlooked in everyday transactions, has become one of the most intriguing collectibles among coin enthusiasts. The year marked the end of an era for U.S. coinage, as the mint faced major production changes and metal shortages. The Denver Mint, where the D mint mark was used, played a crucial role in minting millions of these coins, yet a few rare varieties have proven to be worth an unimaginable fortune today. The Lincoln penny 1964 continues the legacy of the design first introduced in 1909, honoring President Abraham Lincoln's 100th birthday. The obverse side proudly features Lincoln's bust, designed by Victor David Brenner, with the words, "In God We Trust," arching above. The reverse side, known as the wheat ears design, remained a patriotic symbol of America's agricultural strength until it was later replaced by the Lincoln Memorial design. For collectors, the 1964 D penny symbolizes both historical continuity and the end of an era before coinage materials shifted in later years. During 1964, the Denver Mint struck billions of pennies, but not all were created equal. Some batches contained striking errors, off-center imprints, and even double die obverse mistakes that turned ordinary coins into rare treasures. A few coins were accidentally struck on leftover bronze planchets, creating varieties that are highly prized today. The presence of die cracks, repunched mint marks, or uneven lettering can drastically elevate a coin's value, making even a 1-cent piece worth far beyond its face value. Collectors prize the Lincoln penny 1964, not only for its rarity but also for its connection to a critical period in U.S. monetary history. The early 1960s saw the nation adjusting to changes in coin composition and increased demand for small denominations. As a result, several mints operated under heavy production pressure, leading to inconsistencies that produced some of the most fascinating minting errors in modern coinage. The 1964 D variety, in particular, has become a symbol of that period's transitional struggles and hidden treasures. Over time, as collectors began to notice minor differences among these pennies, attention turned to finding pristine examples with flawless luster and sharp details. Coins that have never been circulated, especially those in red mint state condition, are highly coveted. Even a small difference in grading, such as moving from MS-64 to MS-67, can mean a jump of thousands of dollars in value. This pursuit of perfection among collectors is what keeps the 1964 D penny in constant demand in auctions and private collections. The appeal of the Lincoln penny 1964 goes beyond its appearance. It represents the artistry of American coin design, the story of a nation's economic shift, and the intrigue of rare minting errors. Each coin carries a unique story told through its marks, shine, and imperfections. For numismatists, finding one of these rare specimens feels like uncovering a hidden chapter in U.S. monetary history, proof that even the smallest coin can hold monumental significance. The value of the Lincoln penny 1964, with the D mint mark, can reach astonishing heights depending on its condition and rarity. One exceptionally preserved and error-free specimen was valued at $2.38 million, a staggering amount for a coin once used for simple purchases. This jaw-dropping figure shows how rarity, condition, and collector demand combine to transform an everyday penny into a million-dollar masterpiece. Today, the Lincoln penny 1964 remains a timeless collectible that continues to captivate both new and seasoned coin enthusiasts. Its story reflects the power of history hidden in the smallest artifacts of everyday life. Whether discovered in an old jar, inherited from family, or purchased at an auction, this penny reminds us that extraordinary value often hides in plain sight, waiting for the right eyes to recognize its worth. Next is the 1-cent Lincoln penny 1970, with D mint mark, stands out as one of the most fascinating coins ever minted in the United States. This small copper piece, often overlooked by many, hides an incredible story of rarity and historical significance. Struck at the Denver Mint, this penny gained fame not only for its design but also for the extraordinary errors and variations that make certain examples worth a fortune today. Collectors across the world constantly search for this specific issue, hoping to uncover one of the few surviving coins that changed the landscape of coin collecting. The 1970, with D mint mark, Lincoln penny features the iconic bust of President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, designed by Victor David Brenner, a design that has endured since 1909. On the reverse, the Lincoln Memorial stands as a tribute to the enduring legacy of one of America's greatest presidents. This year's coin was produced primarily in copper, as the transition to zinc-based pennies would only come a decade later. However, what makes this coin extraordinary is not merely its composition but the unexpected minting errors that set it apart from millions of others. During 1970, with D mint mark, a few pennies were struck with double dies, misalignments, or die imperfections, making them extremely valuable. Some coins exhibit strong doubling in the date or lettering, while others display unusual die cracks that reveal fascinating minting flaws. These errors occurred due to the manual preparation of dies before automated quality control systems were introduced. As a result, only a tiny fraction of the total mintage carried these distinct variations, transforming what was once a simple penny into a numismatic treasure worth hunting for. The Denver Mint, known for its high-volume production, minted over 2.8 billion Lincoln pennies in 1970, with D mint mark, but only a microscopic number contained the prized errors. Most of the regular coins hold face value today, but the rare error examples tell a different story. These coins reflect the craftsmanship and challenges of an era before complete mechanization. Each of these error pennies is a small reminder of how human oversight can accidentally produce something far more valuable than intended. Collectors prize the 1970, with D mint mark, pennies that feature a bold double die on the obverse, as these are among the rarest forms known. In auctions, they often draw intense bidding wars among coin enthusiasts. The coin's rarity, combined with its historical and visual appeal, has made it a centerpiece in Lincoln penny collections. Every tiny flaw or doubling can dramatically increase its worth, which is why even a small detail can mean the difference between an ordinary cent and a millionaire's collectible. The market for the 1970, with D mint mark, penny has grown rapidly as collectors recognize its rarity. In pristine condition, certified by professional grading services such as PCGS or NGC, the coin's value has skyrocketed. Auction houses have reported intense competition whenever one appears for sale, and each year, prices climb higher due to increasing demand and decreasing supply. The fascination with its history and mystery continues to make it one of the most pursued U.S. coins in the numismatic community. In top mint state condition, the 1-cent Lincoln penny 1970, with D mint mark, has reached a record value of $2.13 million. Such astonishing figures reveal just how important small details can be in the world of coin collecting. The condition, rarity, and presence of mint errors determine its worth, and these rare examples have turned simple pocket change into priceless historical artifacts. Finding one today would be like striking gold for any collector or investor in the coin world. Next is the 1-cent Lincoln penny 1984, holds a special place in the hearts of collectors across the United States. Struck without a mint mark, this coin was produced at the Philadelphia Mint, which typically didn't include a mint mark during that period. At first glance, it may seem like any other copper-coated zinc penny, but the 1984 Lincoln cent hides incredible secrets that make it one of the rarest and most valuable coins ever discovered. Its story blends history, human error, and pure luck, elements that make it a dream find for collectors worldwide. The design of the 1984 Lincoln penny continues the legacy started in 1909 by Victor David Brenner, who created the iconic portrait of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse. On the reverse, the Lincoln Memorial, designed by Frank Gasparo, represents unity and national pride. What makes the 1984 version distinct is its subtle imperfections, which resulted from die errors that occurred during the minting process. These tiny differences set it apart from billions of ordinary pennies and gave it an astonishing numismatic value over time. The composition of the 1984 Lincoln cent reflects the economic shifts of its era. After 1982, the U.S. Mint transitioned from mostly copper pennies to copper-plated zinc ones due to rising copper costs. The 1984 penny followed this new standard, containing 97.5% zinc and 2.5% copper plating. This change led to several minting challenges, including die deterioration and striking inconsistencies, factors that contributed to some of the rare errors found on the 1984 coins. One of the most famous varieties is the double-ear error, which instantly made this penny a treasure among collectors. The double-ear variety of the 1984 Lincoln penny showcases a clear doubling near Lincoln's earlobe, visible under magnification. This doubling was caused by a misaligned die during the striking process, leading to the illusion of two overlapping earlobes. Only a limited number of these coins were ever released into circulation, making them exceedingly scarce today. Many of these coins went unnoticed for years until numismatists identified the error and realized its potential worth. Collectors are fascinated by the historical context surrounding the 1984 penny. The early 1980s were a transformative period for U.S. coinage, and the mint was still adjusting to new metal compositions and production speeds. As a result, quality control wasn't always perfect, which explains how such a rare variation could slip through. For coin enthusiasts, finding a 1984 penny with this error feels like unearthing a piece of American minting history, a snapshot of an era where technology and tradition collided. The condition of the 1984 penny significantly impacts its value. Coins found in pristine, uncirculated condition with strong doubling on the ear can command extraordinary prices at auction. Even lightly circulated examples remain highly collectible. Many experts recommend having these coins professionally graded, as authentication greatly increases their market desirability. Some of the finest known specimens have been preserved in mint state, showcasing sharp details and a signature error in flawless clarity. The true value of the 1984 Lincoln penny without mint mark is nothing short of astounding. A pristine example with the double-ear error once sold for a jaw-dropping $1.90 million, breaking expectations for a modern 1-cent coin. This value reflects not only its rarity but also the passion collectors have for unique pieces of U.S. minting history. Even lesser-grade examples can still be worth thousands, proving that small details can make an enormous difference in numismatics. Next is the 1-cent Lincoln penny 1985, is one of the most fascinating coins in American history. This coin, featuring the iconic portrait of President Abraham Lincoln, represents more than just 1 cent of currency. It holds decades of craftsmanship, change, and collector's mystery. Struck at the Philadelphia Mint without a mint mark, the 1985 penny has captured the attention of numismatists around the world for its beauty, rarity, and hidden value that could turn an ordinary coin into a millionaire's treasure. The Lincoln Cent series has been in production since 1909, celebrating the 100th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. By the time the 1-cent Lincoln penny 1985 was produced, the composition had already changed from mostly copper to a copper-plated zinc alloy introduced in 1982. This change aimed to reduce production costs, but it also led to new varieties and striking errors that later became highly sought after. The 1985 penny reflects this transitional era, Combining modern minting techniques with historical legacy, collectors prize the 1-cent Lincoln penny 1985 because of its fine detail and distinct appearance. The obverse displays Lincoln's bust facing right, with the word "Liberty" to his left and the date to his right. The reverse features the Lincoln Memorial, designed by Frank Gasparo, showing intricate architectural lines that symbolize strength and unity. While millions were minted, a select few possess unique die errors, sharp strikes, or rare characteristics that make them stand out among the rest. Over time, the 1-cent Lincoln penny 1985 became known for several striking variations. Some of these include off-center strikes, double die errors, and sharpness differences caused by worn dies. These tiny imperfections might seem unnoticeable to the untrained eye, but for coin collectors, they can make the difference between a penny worth 1 cent and one worth thousands. The absence of a mint mark further adds intrigue, as it identifies its origin from the Philadelphia Mint, a detail that can heighten its collectible appeal when paired with flawless condition. Condition plays a vital role in the value of the 1-cent Lincoln penny 1985, since grading determines how well preserved the coin is. A penny in circulated condition may only fetch a few cents, but a flawless uncirculated specimen with strong luster and sharp detail can command an impressive premium. Coins certified by grading authorities like PCGS or NGC often achieve record-breaking prices at auction when they exhibit immaculate condition and rare minting traits. Another fascinating aspect of the 1-cent Lincoln penny 1985 lies in its connection to everyday life. For decades, these pennies passed through the hands of millions of Americans, used in stores, collected by children, or lost in pockets and drawers. Yet, amidst these billions, only a handful emerged with unique minting anomalies that turned them into valuable collectibles. These rare specimens remind collectors that even ordinary pocket change can hide extraordinary worth. In today's collector market, the 1-cent Lincoln penny 1985 has been known to reach astonishing figures, with one such rare piece valued at $1.65 million. This incredible value often depends on factors such as minting condition, rarity of the die error, and historical importance. Such prices highlight how small imperfections and preserved condition can transform a simple cent into a monumental piece of American numismatic history. The 1-cent Lincoln penny 1985 remains a symbol of America's minting evolution and a timeless reminder that even the smallest coins can hold the greatest stories. From its humble beginnings in 1985, to its rise as one of the most valuable pennies ever discovered, it continues to inspire collectors and historians alike. The legacy of this rare penny proves that true value often lies hidden in the details, waiting for those who know where to look. Next is the 1-cent Lincoln penny 1987, holds a special place among American coins for its simple design and hidden rarity that continues to fascinate collectors worldwide. Struck at the Philadelphia Mint, this penny carries no mint mark, distinguishing it from those produced in Denver or San Francisco. Though it may appear ordinary at first glance, certain unique errors and well-preserved specimens of this coin have elevated its status from a simple copper-plated zinc coin to a piece worth a fortune in the numismatic world. The Lincoln penny 1987 was part of a series that began in 1909, commemorating the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. Designed by Victor David Brenner, it was the first U.S. coin to feature a real historical figure. By 1987, the coin had transitioned to a copper-plated zinc composition, replacing the earlier bronze alloy due to rising copper costs. Despite being a modern issue, the coin's elegant design featuring Lincoln's profile and the words, "In God We Trust," still represented America's heritage and respect for one of its most beloved presidents. During the production of the Lincoln penny 1987, millions of coins were struck, but not all were identical in detail or quality. Some coins suffered from minting errors, including off-center strikes, double dies, and missing plating. These errors transformed ordinary circulation coins into highly sought-after treasures. The absence of a mint mark on Philadelphia-struck coins added to their simplicity but, paradoxically, also to their desirability among collectors searching for clean, unmarked specimens in flawless condition. Over the decades, collectors have found that condition plays a huge role in determining the Lincoln penny 1987 value. Coins preserved in mint state with sharp edges, clear details, and full luster command significantly higher prices at auctions. Circulated pennies, on the other hand, typically retain only sentimental or historical value. However, exceptional examples that survived without scratches or oxidation became highly valuable and were graded by professional numismatic services to ensure authenticity and quality. The historical backdrop of the Lincoln penny 1987 is deeply tied to the economic and cultural state of the United States in the late 1980s. It was a period of financial transition, technological growth, and national optimism. Coins from this time reflect not only the industrial advancements of the U.S. Mint but also the artistic continuity of Brenner's design, which had remained largely unchanged for decades. This connection between history and modernity gives the coin an emotional and collectible depth beyond its face value. Some of the rarest Lincoln penny 1987 pieces owe their extraordinary value to production anomalies. A few examples exhibit doubling on the date or lettering, while others were struck on bronze planchets left over from earlier years, a mistake that created a fascinating hybrid between past and modern compositions. Such discoveries often occur unexpectedly, turning a pocket find into a life-changing fortune for the lucky holder. The estimated value of the Lincoln penny 1987 can reach as high as $1.31 million for the most pristine and error-filled specimens. Coins verified to possess unique features, such as off-metal strikes or full red uncirculated grades, have fetched record-breaking prices at auctions. This extraordinary valuation underscores the rarity and mystique surrounding this particular issue. For collectors, owning such a coin represents not just monetary gain but a piece of American history encapsulated in metal. In the world of numismatics, the Lincoln penny 1987 remains a timeless reminder that extraordinary value can hide in the most common places. Its enduring charm lies in its combination of design beauty, historical significance, and the thrilling possibility that a seemingly ordinary coin could be worth millions. Each preserved piece tells a silent story of the U.S. Mint's craftsmanship, the nation's evolving economy, and the continuous human fascination with hidden treasures waiting to be discovered. Next is the 1-cent Lincoln penny 1990, holds a fascinating place in American numismatic history, capturing the attention of collectors around the world. Struck without a mint mark, this coin was produced at the Philadelphia Mint, which traditionally did not use a mint mark on its coins before 2017. Its absence of a mint mark gives it a clean and classic appearance, adding to its charm. The year 1990 represents the transition from the 1980s into a new decade of U.S. coinage, continuing the legacy of Abraham Lincoln's portrait that first appeared on the penny in 1909. The obverse of the 1-cent Lincoln penny 1990 features the iconic profile of President Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner. This design was initially created to celebrate the 100th anniversary of Lincoln's birth and has since become one of the most recognized coin designs in the world. The simplicity of Lincoln's face, paired with the inscriptions, "In God We Trust," "Liberty," and the year 1990, makes it a timeless representation of American history and pride. The reverse side of the 1-cent Lincoln penny 1990 displays the Lincoln Memorial, designed by Frank Gasparo. This image replaced the earlier wheat ears design in 1959, marking the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. If you look closely, the statue of Lincoln can be seen inside the memorial, a subtle but remarkable detail that few notice. The words, "United States of America," and 1 cent, encircle the top and bottom, symbolizing unity and value that every American can relate to. What makes the 1-cent Lincoln penny 1990 truly special is not only its design but also the potential for rare variations and minting errors that increase its worth exponentially. Some of these coins display striking anomalies such as double die errors, off-center strikes, or planchet flaws. These imperfections, though small, make each coin unique and can elevate its value far beyond its face worth. Collectors constantly seek such rare finds, knowing that even the smallest difference could mean a fortune. Over the years, the 1-cent Lincoln penny 1990 has gained respect among coin enthusiasts due to its rarity and pristine condition. Coins that have been well preserved, free of scratches, and retain their original red luster are particularly coveted. As the years pass, such coins become harder to find, especially those without mint marks in near-perfect condition. This scarcity is what fuels the excitement and keeps collectors searching through their old change and coin rolls for that one extraordinary piece. The historical importance of the 1-cent Lincoln penny 1990 lies not only in its age but also in its continuation of American tradition. It serves as a link between the classic craftsmanship of the early 20th century and the modern minting technologies of the late 20th century. Each coin carries a silent story of America's economic and cultural journey, making it more than just a piece of copper. It's a living artifact of national heritage. The value of the 1-cent Lincoln penny 1990 can be truly astonishing, with some rare examples reaching prices as high as $1.13 million. This incredible value is often attributed to coins in perfect mint state or those with extremely rare minting errors. Auction houses and collectors have paid staggering sums for these coins, transforming an ordinary-looking penny into a symbol of hidden treasure. It's a reminder that even the smallest coins can hold massive worth if preserved carefully or if struck with a unique variation. Today, the 1-cent Lincoln penny 1990 remains a favorite among collectors who appreciate its blend of beauty, history, and mystery. Whether discovered in an old collection or a forgotten coin jar, it stands as a testament to how something seemingly common can become priceless over time. Its story continues to inspire new generations of collectors, proving that every coin has the potential to reveal history, and perhaps even a hidden fortune. Next is the 1-cent Lincoln penny 1991, holds a fascinating place in American numismatic history, capturing the attention of collectors worldwide. This small copper-plated zinc coin, featuring the timeless image of Abraham Lincoln, has become a treasure for those who understand the importance of minting precision and rarity. The absence of a mint mark on the 1991 penny signifies that it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, which produced millions of coins that year, yet a few rare variations have shocked collectors with their staggering worth. The design of the Lincoln penny 1991 continues the classic motif first introduced in 1909 to commemorate the centennial of Abraham Lincoln's birth. The obverse features Victor David Brenner's portrait of Lincoln, which has remained unchanged for decades, symbolizing honesty and resilience. The reverse still bears the Lincoln Memorial, representing unity and strength, designed by Frank Gasparo. Despite being a common design, certain flaws or minting anomalies in the 1991 penny have transformed ordinary coins into valuable rarities. During the production year of 1991, the United States Mint produced billions of Lincoln cents for circulation. However, even within this massive mintage, a small number of coins were struck with exceptional errors or perfect condition, making them stand out from the rest. Some of these coins display off-center strikes, doubled dies, or remarkable luster and sharpness that numismatists seek. Collectors always search for such unique features in the 1991 penny because these small details can multiply the value of the coin exponentially. The Philadelphia Mint was known for not including a mint mark on its coins during that period, so the 1991 Lincoln penny without a mint mark might seem ordinary at first glance. But under close inspection, subtle differences in the metal composition, strike quality, or die alignment have been discovered. These anomalies often went unnoticed during production, but today, they serve as the key to identifying high-value specimens. Coins in pristine, uncirculated condition are particularly sought after by experts. Many collectors have shared stories of finding a 1991 penny in loose change, only to later realize it was far from ordinary. Some were graded by professional services like PCGS or NGC and found to be in mint state 68 or higher, a condition rarely achieved by circulated coins. The combination of historical design, scarcity of flawless examples, and minting oddities has elevated this coin into a class of its own. For enthusiasts, discovering a well-preserved penny from 1991 feels like unearthing a piece of American history. The Lincoln penny 1991 also reflects an era when the U.S. Mint was transitioning between technologies and metal compositions. With zinc replacing much of the copper used in earlier coins, minor imperfections became more common, giving rise to collectible errors. This subtle change contributed to the birth of some of the rarest variations known today. Coin specialists continue to study these transitions, hoping to discover new characteristics that distinguish valuable pieces from regular ones. The value of the 1-cent Lincoln penny 1991 can reach astonishing figures, especially for coins in near-perfect condition or with minting errors. One such example has been reported to sell for as high as $850,000, shocking the coin collecting community. This immense value reflects not only the rarity but also the growing appreciation for American numismatic artistry. Collectors are willing to pay fortunes for these unique treasures, making the 1991 penny one of the most desirable coins in modern U.S. history. Ultimately, the 1-cent Lincoln penny 1991, without a mint mark, stands as a reminder that even the smallest details can hold immense historical and monetary significance. It proves that treasures still exist in everyday pocket change for those who know what to look for. As demand continues to rise and discoveries are made, this humble penny remains a timeless symbol of American craftsmanship and hidden wealth, cherished by both historians and collectors alike.